Andreas, what a fantastic weekend. You came into this team challenged, charged, I guess, with turning this team around. It really looks like the trajectory is in the right direction right now. What's the feeling like in the team? What's the mood in the camp?
Yeah, it's obviously you feel the buzz when we came back after the race here to the MTC, doing the rounds through production and engineering. You could just feel how happy people were. I mean, it has been a while for this team having a victory or a 1-2, and it's simply great to see that, because in the end everyone is putting so much effort in. There's so much work behind, and then getting a reward like that, a victory or a 1-2 in Monza after so many years is great, and that's also what I like, and that's what drives me out of bed is when I see the guys in the garage smiling, or the people here in the MTC. At the same time, we know we still have a long way to go, but to celebrate an event, a victory like that was obviously great for everyone.
I asked you before the race what your heart rate was like, because you had your two guys starting next to each other, or second and third, but actually during the race and towards the end, I imagine it was probably off the scale.
Luckily, I stay relatively calm during races, because I have a lot of trust in my people, in the team, and in both drivers. And in the end, it was simply great to see that also under this pressure, knowing that we had a competitive car and that we were up for a good result if we get our act together. It was great to see how the team was dealing with that, and I was very pleased to see that, because it just shows that there's already some ingredients in place for becoming a top team again in Formula One, and that I have to say was the most pleasing thing also for me last Sunday.
You've got two drivers now who really can do things. I mean, you knew when Daniel came in what he was capable of. It just took him a while to get to grips with the car. This will be a massive confidence boost for him. And then in Lando at the weekend, hearing that radio message, what's best for us, showed a real maturity that shows some really positive signs for your lineup.
Yeah, no, I'm obviously very happy with the driver lineup we are having. It was great to see, as you said, what Lando was pulling off this season, and especially in the time where Daniel was still struggling with our car. It was important that he was delivering that performance, because we all know how this sport works, and if Lando would have struggled as well, you quickly question the entire operation or the car performance and so on. So that was obviously great. And then with Daniel, we knew and we were convinced all the time that it's just a matter of time when it makes click. And it was great to see how he came back after the summer break and how he was performing already from Spa onwards, and then pulling off an event like he did in Monza was just a confirmation that we went for the right guy for the right reasons. And I'm very happy now, looking forward to have Lando and Daniel on board, because we need also such a competitive driver lineup in order to stay in this battle with Ferraris this year, and in order to make the next steps with the clear objective to get back to the front in Formula One.
Is your job harder now if they are up alongside each other on the grid week in, week out?
Well, it's always an additional, let's say, challenge, or causes additional nervousness with me or with the pit wall when they start next to each other. But at the same time, I think we have clear rules of engagement of what we want to see from the drivers when it is about racing each other. At the same time, I'm also not naive. I'm also aware that whenever you allow drivers to race each other in other teams, at some point there was a crash. I still hope we can avoid it as long as possible. And I'm also here. I have a lot of trust in these two guys. They know that in the end we are here for McLaren. Our competition is not within the team. Our competition is outside of the team. And so far that worked quite well.
Just finally, what's been the key to this improvement? I know groundworks were set in a long time ago, but can you identify areas where you've really seen a change and can see those rewards now, see it all coming to fruition?
Yeah, I think one of the key things was really to clearly put on the table where we see the weaknesses in the team compared to the top teams, and put it on the table in all transparency and honesty as well. And I think that is what we did 2.5 years ago. We worked out then based on that a clear plan of how we want to, let's say, reduce or eliminate these deficits that we have seen compared to other teams, be it on the infrastructure side, but also on the organizational side in terms of structure or in terms of how we work together. And then I think also in terms of culture, it was absolutely needed to put some changes in place. And it's great to see that these changes that we made are paying off already. But at the same time, as I said before, it's also important to realize at the same time that we still have a long way to go. We shouldn't forget that only a week ago in Zandvoort we got completely destroyed by the competition, but we're definitely heading in the right way. We have a great team with great talented people with a great spirit, 2 great drivers, and I think step by step we get all the ingredients in place that we need in order to get back to the front in Formula 1 in some years.